Hey y'all, it's a little cold, so I had to get in the truck and cut the heater on, let the truck warm up a little bit. I'm not really going anywhere right now, but I wanted to make a video. So I had a new guy, and this isn't the guy I trained, but he was new last year and he stayed, and I gave him, a little bit of advice. Uh, I listened to him. I think he was talking to his girl or his fiance or something. And I apologized to him for butting in his conversation. And then he hung up with his girl. And I told him, I said, look, I'm like 6'1". You're like, I think you're a little bit taller than me. Or aren't you the same height? And he's like, no, I'm 6'3". And I said, all right, look, we're both big, tall dudes with long legs and wide shoulders and like that. People sometimes they see us at work in a uniform and they decide, okay, this guy is in a uniform, so he's not gonna do to me. I'm gonna push the gas, and I like to call it pushing the gas because they're gonna do anything to push the gas, to get in your face, poke their chest out, talk a lot of to you, piss you off. There was a guy, and I was training a trainee. I was training a new guy, at my job. And it's not like I don't like training new guys, but this guy, he was black and he was a new guy, and I didn't like the that happened because I'm like, damn, at least let this find this out when they let him work by himself, not while I'm showing this how to do all the paperwork and all the on the computer and the tablet and all this technical that I learned because I almost got fired the first two years at my job and like that. Like, come on, bitch. Like, the negativity didn't need to come. And this guy, he was walking down the street. I'm going down a hill. The truck is heavy. The truck has a big liquid bubble spray tank on it. It has granular bags in the back. There are two over 6 foot tall, big, long leg, broad shoulder ass in the truck. Me and the guy I'm training, he was big, tall too. So, long story short, man, this guy, his wife waves at us, and his wife was like this white lady with a big butt, and this guy, he looked kind of like a pig, and I didn't think nothing of it, but when she waved at us, he looked at us and he made a very angry face. And I was like, okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I guess he's having trouble at home. That's probably why he lives all the way out in the middle of nowhere, so his wife won't cheat on him anymore. So I don't pay no mind. We get to the stop. They take it away. I resync the tablet. I explain to the trainee that sometimes they take the stops away. We take the flags back and we go. And so this old ass walks up to us. I tell him, oh, we're leaving. And then I got the trainee putting all the shit away. He walks towards me and he talks to me like I'm kind of like I'm retarded or something. And he points to this very small sign. This sign, now I'm not going to show you the hat. I'm going to hide the logo on my company hat because I don't want, any haters find out where I live. But the sign is as small as the bill for this cap. And it's hung up on a metal pole, but it's like a card. It's almost like a small tablet, or like maybe like the biggest iPhone that's out now. It's not that big. It just seems like really poor effort. And all they have is those little signs. Like some neighborhoods will have those slightly bigger signs out here in Michigan that'll say drive slow, small children at play. And when I see those signs, yeah, I'll go 15. But if all the kids are in school, bro, I'm going to go 25 through that neighborhood unless I see a lot of kids out there. And if I see a lot of kids out there, period, yeah, then I'm going to go 15 through the neighborhood. Because sometimes kids will play with basketballs or soccer balls, or baseballs. I used to play baseball when I was a little kid. You're playing with the balls, like you're playing the sports, the little kid sports and and sometimes the ball goes out in the street, and that one kid that is either A, the fastest, or B, the smartest and not retarded at all is going to go into the street, grab that ball, and run back. And that's why I go slow when I see them out there. But, this guy, he was being a total dick to me. So I looked at him and I didn't say anything. And then I told him he was dismissed. And he told me he was going to call my company. And I told him, I welcome you to, sir. You got it, buddy. Then he says, oh, you don't have to be a prick about it. And I said, hey, buddy, I'm just trying to, be a man out here doing my job. You don't have to run around giving people a hard time, And of course, I don't say anything else to him. And I tell my boss about that shit. But my whole point is that he saw two tall guys. Two guys that he couldn't beat in a fight. And he decided, hey, these guys have a job. These guys, they're in uniform. They're not going to do anything to me if I go and with them. And I'm coining this. I'm coining this term because I just came up with it. I'm going to call it pushing the gas. If you're buff, maybe even if you're a fat man with broad shoulders, but mainly this should be for any dude that's over 6 feet, or even at 6 feet, because I'm 6'1", and this happened to another guy yesterday at my job that's 6'3". So you see a big tall with white shoulders, and these people that know that they can't beat us in a fight are gonna push the gas and start with us because they know. I can tell the difference between racism and between somebody that has a small man complex or something. You got to poke your chest out and seem like a big man in front of other people to show off because you just, you're insecure like that. And I want to call that pushing the gas. And that can happen to any man in any uniform at any job, even if, I don't know, you're transitioning, but you still, if you're over 6 feet tall and you used to identify as a man, you know what I'm saying, and whatever, dude. I'm just saying, if you're a big tall person, people like to with you, especially if they know you're not gonna do shit. It's very hard being a man at your job because people will see big tall or there are white boys that are buff, they're built like Brock Lesnar, and people harass those all the time. So you know what I'm saying? I coined the term. I'm going to call it pushing the gas. Because they're pushing their foot on the gas. Because they know we're not going to do shit. Because I'm not going to jeopardize my livelihood fighting your ugly ass in front of your wife. You know that. You know I got bills. You're just trying to see if you can get me to be a stupid monkey and then try to get me fired. Then sue my job. You're trying to get some free shit and icing on the cake and some money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pointing that out. And I want people, if someone pushes the gas on you at work, I want you to record them and upload it here and tag me and put a hashtag, put pushing the gas on me.